Earlier this summer, the Central Michigan University baseball program hosted its annual Little League Youth Camp. The youth camp is open to ages 8 through 12, and this year's camp brought in over 70 youngsters. For CMU head baseball coach Steve Jacksa, the kids really make this camp successful.
You know, their enthusiasm is great, and it's, they get really tired, and then they get something to eat, and then they get jacked up again for the afternoon.
It doesn't take much to get these kids fired up for this Monday through Wednesday camp. One of the biggest areas of focus for Coach Jacksa in this camp is to ensure all the kids have some success. Along with that, Coach Jacksa wants to mix in some instructional work and, most of all, have the kids play games.
We let all of our coaches pitch, and our coaches will challenge the kids that need to be challenged, and they'll also make sure that if somebody hasn't played a lot or hasn't played enough, that they have some success. And then we teach. You know, like on Monday morning, we make sure we do a lot of instruction, and then, hey, we got to split them up into their teams. They got to play games, and then they not only get their team, but then they got to have a team name, and so that's a lot of fun, and that's all part of it. That's all part of that excitement and enthusiasm.
As you can tell, the biggest part of this camp is making sure all the youngsters have fun. Some of these moments are just priceless to watch. Also at this camp, these little leaguers learn the game of baseball as they get the chance to participate in several drills, which includes everything from hitting to base running and so much more.
We try to make sure that, hey, they're throwing the ball the right way. We watch their arm action. We watch them play catch. And then we just teach them where to play, you know. We want to move them to different positions. That's the other thing. Sometimes, you don't know between the ages of 8 and 12 where a kid's going to end up, how he's going to develop, in his body and play. So we try to make sure they play different positions.
Getting that opportunity is an advantage in itself for these kids who are coming off their Little League and All-Star seasons. But for Coach Jacksa, there are many more advantages to playing in this camp.
Anytime you can play 2 more sessions 3 times a week, that's 6 more sessions of baseball, where you're around other kids that like to play.
Aside from the baseball aspect, for many kids, especially the new campers, coming to this camp plays an important role in their social development. During the camps, youngsters are able to interact with others by communicating with coaches and following directions.
It's all a networking of things that you try to do for them, not only on the baseball side, but just from sometimes a social side, so they feel comfortable with other kids that are their age.
As Jacksa said earlier, one area the kids really look forward to is playing games. For these kids at their age, they start to develop a competitive spirit, and because of that, it's important for them to feel a part of a team. This camp offers that, and many of them jump at that opportunity. For some, it starts with racing to the dugout. The coaches see all of this and know the kids simply love playing.
Well, I know they're excited because every time we get ready to split them up in teams on Monday, that's all they talk about. And of course, we have a good number of kids that are repeats, so they've already been through the system a little bit. So they understand exactly what's going to happen, so to speak, and they really, really look forward to it. And that's what we do here.
Another thing they do at Central Michigan University is win Mid-American Conference championships. The baseball team alone has won 12 regular season titles. By coming to this camp, you get the opportunity to go behind the scenes and get up close and personal with the winningest baseball program in the Midwest. For some campers, they've been on the field before, but this camp gives you a closer look at CMU baseball.
So they get to really be out here for a few hours, take them through the clubhouse so they kind of see Kyle's clubhouse a little bit and kind of how that, and, just let them see what the complex looks like. Hopefully a couple of them will play here someday.
That would be an opportunity of a lifetime for one of these youngsters in the future, but they have a long ways to go before deciding upon their college destination. Even with that said, this camp creates lasting memories and gives Little Leaguers a chance to play at 3 outstanding facilities with Tennyson Stadium, Margot Yonker Stadium, and the CMU Field Hockey Complex. This camp makes your summer more enjoyable and you get to play baseball. If that's not a good enough reason to come, Coach Jacksa has this for you.
I always tell them the same thing. Hey, come, you're going to learn something. I think you'll learn something from our staff. I think you'll learn something about yourself. And I just think you're going to have fun, because we want them to have fun. Yeah, they take it serious. They're going to do the best they can. But you know what? They really epitomize what fun is. So we just try to get them here and enjoy what they're doing.
Coach Steve Jacksa sums up the overall message of this camp pretty nicely with this simple statement about America's pastime.
We want them to try to get better at the game, enjoy playing the game so they continue playing the game.
We hope that's exactly what takes place with all the campers that came out to this event. and we hope you spread the word about how fun this Little League Youth Camp can be at Central Michigan University. For more information on all the great CMU summer youth camps, visit cmuchippewas.com/camps. We hope to see you next year, and fire up Chips.